Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend.
Morning, everyone.
I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. Shit. No. There we go. I had my stream unmuted on the website, but there we go. Anyway, we are back. Oh man, it has been. So over the weekend, been a busy weekend. Thursday we had a short stream because I was just like I had a cold, I think it was, or something like that. And it really was kicking my ass. Like I had no energy. And so Friday I started to feel better. Saturday was a really nice day out, so I went ahead and I did some yard work, which the front yard really needed it. The backyard will be next weekend. But then yesterday I was just feeling in a mood, so to speak. Like it was just one of those where, like, why are you always stuck? Oh, gears. But I was just in one of those situations where it was like, you know what? I just need to get something done. And specifically what I wanted to get done was to do some cleanup work on my room and my desk. Because for way too long, my desk had been a colossal mess from years of being a cigarette smoker, years of work and dropping change on my desk, just all of the shit, plus all the terrible cable management, all the cables that had built up over the years. So yesterday, I enlisted my sister to help out, and I tore everything down. Cleaned up the whole desk. It's still a mess. Like, it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but it looks so much better. So much better. But then on top of that, I redid all of my wire management. And it actually does look better now. So there is that. Unfortunately, I am not the young man that I once was. And so, physically, I'm paying the price today. Other than that, though, that's why the camera may seem like a little bit different, is because I've had to reposition things slightly. Other than that, though, I am, like, it just feels so much better to have my desk clean, have everything redone. I also can stretch out my legs and not be kicking stuff under my desk. So that makes me happy. Anyway, that brings me about to this. So over the weekend, I was also working on, I got to Fulgora, which is where we're at. I hate this planet with a fiery hot passion. It is such a pain in the ass. But I started work on, I have a smaller base down here that was kind of like my starter base. And then I have this base that I'm working on up here and just getting it going. But I need to redesign all of this so that it flows better for the production of science, or what is that? The electromagnetic science packs. I finally got them unlocked last night with this spaghetti monstrosity. But I need, what do I need for them? Accumulators, supercapacitors, electrolyte, and holmium solution. I might not actually need to do that much anyway, because let's do Actually, no, you're fine. Let's do... And you are made in electromagnetic plant. There we go. Yes. You get to become accumulators. Yeah. And then finally, I just need to bring in some of... I need... that. There we go. Oh, this is going to be hideous, but it should work. And there we go. Again, hideous, but it should work. And there. Now we're making our first science packs. And I don't have another one of these. So, what I need to do is increase productivity. And I have... that. Oh, wrong one. If I could... it's steel plate, which I don't have any at the moment. Plate. That, and then there. Now I can just make me a bunch of them. Problem solved. Now, of course, I run into the situation where certain parts are going to absolutely get in my way. So, for instance, down here, I've got all of this just being a pain. So, I need a better way of recycling those that isn't going to cause a major issue. And I also need to do something with the steel, I think. And I think instead of using splitters, I should just go ahead and use the sorter or the inserters instead. I can try and keep it flowing as much as possible. Let's see, filter. There, that'll work. All right. So what I can do is we'll you there. And then that way we can just throw it. Yep, there we go. Right on the line. And I could probably actually move this down here. And then get one more in here. There. Now, what's going to make this... Oh, wait, no, that's fine. There. Because then all I have to do is this, this. There we go. Pop that over there. And you right there. Now I'm making a bunch of them. Yay! And then finally, I need to make rocket silo. Fortunately, rocket silos are actually kind of on the easy side to make, especially here. So let's grab some steel. Those. I need more steel. Okay. Steel, what was it? Concrete? Yeah, concrete. And then electric motors, which are not so easy to make. I have what I need for... Oh, steel. Only there was a spot where I could get steel from. And red circuits. Now, I am not going to sit there and make gear wheels when I have a whole bunch. There we go. I was about to be pissed. Like, why am I making that? I have those. There we go. God, the spaghetti is horrific, but the important part is it's making me what I need. And what I need. This way. Cool. And then I should be able to feed a rocket somewhere around here. Hopefully. It's janky, but it works mostly. I think the biggest problem that I'm facing, though, is that it's just really difficult to manage this remotely. Where is... Okay, it is still around here. Awesome. Science. Electro science. Scissors belts. Do 2000 science. While you're here. Rest satisfied. I'm still waiting on it to make the last. There they go. And you need to be electric motors. I think I had... Not making any over here. Okay. Just regular motors. There we go. You become pipes. You need to be... Need some of those. And lube. Fortunately... Some of that. There. That'll work. And now, I thought I was making some from somewhere. Oh well, doesn't matter. Just there. Problem solved. Then how many motors? That's going to take 200 electric motors. Jesus. All right, that's going to be a little while. So while that is doing its thing, let's grab some more concrete. Fill this in because why not? We have plenty. And oh no, the pollution is going to be so bad. Let's see. Let's get this cleaned up. Just in general, this will make me feel better anyway. It'll be nice to have just a big old slab of concrete. honestly, in general, this is a strange world only because of the parts that are available in abundance here. It seems to be the parts that you run out of the most frequently. And it's like, it's the land of end results is really what it should be called, because that's what it feels like. And it's one, like, all weekend I've struggled with it because I've been having troubles wrapping my head around the best way to go about putting it all together, because it is so different compared to, hell, even more different than Volcanus. Volcanus was still, it still kind of resembled a little bit of primary Factorio in that respect. But this is just so bizarrely different. I'm making some over there. I could... spaghetti this around. Not like that. Do that. And then I would need a second one. For there we go. Steel. Which, of course, steel is all the way down there. I can make this work though. And I don't know, in a strange sort of way, I'm actually enjoying making spaghetti factories. They look terrible, but there's something almost childlike about the way that they all kind of wind up flowing together. It's not ideal. You definitely wouldn't want to build like this all the time, but it still feels kind of fun. Okay, that should now keep things flowing a little bit more. And then I need actual gears on after this. So let's throw that on there. The gears shall flow. Don't need them all the way up there, but oh well. Okay, and then the last step is I need more green circuits. I am already having a fun time getting blue circuits up here. That's not so bad. What if I piggyback off the steel? And then I just need to bring up some blues. Actually, no, I don't. I don't need to do that at all. There we go. This is so jank it hurts. Okay. Seriously, who stopped up now? Oh, we'll fix that. Once everything gets moving, it'll be fine. I swear, it's those damn gears. Yeah, that'll be fine. I almost want to set up a train specifically just for dumping the gears off somewhere. It's like, here's 4,000 gears. I don't need them. I do. Oh, I was right. We're going to set your filter to gears. Go to work. And we're just going to store all of the gears. That's what we're going to do. That way we can try and keep all of this mess flowing, and everybody should be happy. And then once I get my rocket silo built, then all I have to do is bring up blue circuits, which I'm going to have to redevise how I do this. And then rocket part. It's blue circuits, low density structures, and rocket fuel, if I remember correctly. Which I have plenty of rocket fuel. I've been making it for a while, and I've been stockpiling it because I was thinking, not always. Which reminds me, okay, so sometimes the subconscious is way more intelligent than the conscious. I had a dream last night. I was in like I don't know, I was like in a classroom or something like that. A bunch of students around and whatnot. And I was standing in the back of it, and this girl had come up and dropped a piece of paper next to me that had a number on it. And I was like, the hell is this? Well, then she came by and she handed me this stack of papers, and it had the next number down. Like it started at 9 and then it went down to 8. But amongst the papers, which was the most interesting of them all, and something that I vividly remember is that there was this square piece of paper that had these lines on it that looked like measurement markers. Now, if you've ever seen blueprints, they will oftentimes have two small hashes and then a line that connects between them. And it was an arrangement of these, like two on the flats of one side, or of each side, and then there'd be others coming across, and then more, and it would like create this design. But what was specific about it is that it would have dates and locations, or dates and events. And the point was to measure between those points to find whatever the puzzle answer was. Now, I am normally way too dumb to try and figure all of that out, but the overall design idea was actually really cool. I might create a mock-up of it at some point, just to be like, hey, this is kind of what I saw in my dream. Anybody who's a puzzle master, have fun with it. But it was such an interesting concept that it just stuck in my skull. I was like, okay, that's interesting. And even if it's a dream thing and makes no actual sense. So, but the whole design concept was something that just struck me as interesting. And I was like, I've got to remember this because this is just a cool idea. And especially for a type of puzzle. I think that's one of those things that oftentimes puzzles get a little, I don't know, a little bland, a little one-dimensional. All right. So right now, what I'm basically just waiting on is my rocket. What I should be doing no. Put this off to the side like that. Just start filling it up. And then that way, once I get to the point where I have everybody happy and ready, oh yeah, good stuff. I'm having troubles considering, like, because the scrap is so abundant in most of these areas. It's kind of fun building this rail, though. Trying to get it all squared away. The other fun thing about this is the way that power works, because power, you can't just generate power easily. I mean, you could, if you were shipping in nuclear or uranium, you could probably do it. I need. Might be able to do. Yeah, I could do that. And I honestly don't even know what I would use the copper wire for. Since recycling blue circuits, I get so many greens out of it It's kind of ridiculous. I mean, I guess I could use it for making more substations. That'd be an awful lot of substations, though. But I don't really have a hard up reason to use it like that. Oh well. And then the other thing that I noticed this weekend, wow, it's still going up. So the view counts on my YouTube videos has been steadily increasing, which is cool. It's like nowhere near amazing or anything, but it's cool to watch the numbers. You know, people are barely, but you know, they're dripping into my YouTube channel. I think is the best way to describe it. You know what? I don't need this. This is actually causing more harm than good. Okay, that's cool. Alright. That'll help considerably. Then that way I can put like the rocket over here or something like that. Just make life easier on myself. Because that'll be closer to the rocket fuel. Almost there. We still have another 100 to go. I suppose what I could do... Ooh, actually get kind of low there. Let's grab some of you and some of you. And surround this. Whoops. I need just try and give ourselves as much potential energy as possible. Especially because I'm not generally over in this area here. Yeah, 2 gigajoules ought to suffice for now. But it is amazing how quickly you can burn through some electricity if you're not paying attention. I need... Go. That'll get recharged afterwards. Maybe I should just start shipping some gears with me back to like Novas or something. Or maybe gather them up, send them over to Fulgora so that I can dump them into the lava. Oh. Oh, there we go. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that one felt good, actually. I mean, I can still feel my legs, so that's a plus. Oh, that's right. I was dropping off some of my reds. Red circuits. I should. This is. Oh, this is going to be some cursed shit right here. Okay. What we're going to do is. I cannot get that all the way across. What if. What if instead. And then I bring. This. Left filter. There we go. Aha! Aha! There! Problem solved. It's janky as fuck, but it works. Because I'm not really using reds for a lot right now. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, any reds that I get out of this are just going to over here. Little bit of an oversight. Well, this is a unique position to be in. Or I'll figure it out. Are we there yet? Jesus. You're all out of... How are you out of stone? Oh, because it's going to all the bricks that I don't actually need right now. Don't need all those stone bricks. I've got plenty now. Awesome. Okay. Now we're good. Yeah, that should help considerably. Okay. that. So really at the moment, I'm just waiting for this to finish. I just need that damn rocket silo. Once it's done, that's it. A bunch of greens, a bunch of reds. How are we doing? Let's find a nice spot. Yeah. And we'll just fill this in. Yeah, that'll work. There. And then once the storms start up again, those will fill up and everybody will be happy. At least that's the theory. I don't know about the practicality of it. Water. It took me a little bit to figure out. At first, I was like, okay, I need lube, but how am I supposed to get it here without shipping it in? And then I realized, oh, heavy oil ocean. That's right. It's okay. So let's see what happens if I make an offshore pump. Sure enough, it worked. And I was like, ooh, nice. Good to know. Go. 3 gigajoules of power. Oh, I hate it when my toe itches, like the top of the toe. Oh, that reminds me. Let's grab these rocks. Okay. Then I can throw the stone in there. Wait. Shit, not in there. Not in there. No. Okay, good. I just realized that was the wrong container for that. Should have been paying attention. There we go. Can I get... Ooh. That is gonna be... That'll be doable. I need you. finally. There we go. Cool. That should hopefully start maybe giving us a surplus. Wait, I could put higher quality. So I could give this higher quality electrolytes, basically, is what I'm seeing. I don't know how that's gonna work, but whatever. Whatever. Yes, I have one. All right. Now let's put our rocket silo there. You need blues. Nope. Let's oops. It's not always easy to tell which orientation the belts have. I want a better idea. Because then I can there we go. Aha. And then finally there's that. And there's that. And there she goes. Now we're getting our rocket going. Yay. Next up, I need to bring over this. Nope. There we go. It is not perfect, but it is something. There we go. Oh yeah, you're not going to be able to because I don't have any robots over here. I wonder how well robots would actually survive here. If they would survive here, that's the question. now that would be fun. So in order to create a trash mechanism, because of the fact that the lightning will damage anything that it strikes, the concept is that you have a rail that gets filled up with the overabundant items, anything that is just, more than you need. And then once the train gets filled, you drive it way out into the middle of nowhere and you drop it off. And it takes all the excess items and it loads them into a whole bunch of chests that are outside of lightning pole range or lightning rod range. Then after the lightning storm comes through and damages all of them, you have a logistics network that's checking to see if lightning is happening. And if that's no, then it goes ahead and it throws out a whole bunch more boxes with robots and then refills all of them and continues from there. So it just constantly, plus with the excess items, you're rebuilding the parts that you need anyway. That could be kind of fun, actually. Definitely not something that I would be like, okay, let's do this for everything, but all right. I don't need the extra productivity on those. I do, however, need what do I need from this specifically? I need the quality module 3s, the lightning collector, the mech armor, and most likely the Tesla weapons. And I think that'll be about it as far as what I actually need. But this is going to take a little while, so let's go ahead. Let's head to Novus. Specifically for down here. Now this is oh, that is just outside of the range of my bots as well. So let's fix that. That's right. So what I want to do is that. Here, thank you. And there we go. Now what I need is to adjust that. And there. That is now all set up for the next form of science, which pain in the ass it's going to be. Need this to be 200,000. Where's some of my orange? That, yeah. That'll be good. And that's building up. Awesome. It's slow going, but it seems to be going. So that's the important part. All right, what I would like to do is grab all of this. So that way I have a good indication of kind of how that's all supposed to look. Okay. I think the biggest obstacle that I have to all of this is this roundabout mechanism that I have for keeping stuff flowing. I think what I need to do is actually just make this a straight line. Maybe. Okay. First of all, let's get rid of all of this. Second of all, I need science. Where is it? There it is. There we go. Okay, that takes care of power. Let's just nuke a lot of this right quick. So what I'm looking at is I need kind of a unified recycling center, if you will. So we'll do that. Move that. Yeah, I need to move that down by one. Yeah, that'll work. There. That will then bring this in for the purposes of now the things that I get the least. Ice. Actually, I wish I had a breakdown of what all. Scrap. Let's look that up real quick. Factorio space age scrap. Okay, that doesn't help. This will, okay, here we go. All right, so this is a breakdown second here. So this is a breakdown of scrap and its percentages. Iron gear wheels make up the most that you're going to get. Now this is per scrap, and this is a percentage chance of what you get out of it. In this particular case, the thing that I get the least of is holmium ore. So that'll probably be first on my list, as well as the low density structures. After that, I'll probably want to do processing units, followed by copper cable, advanced circuits, then steel plate, battery, and stone, then finish with concrete, solid fuel, and iron gear wheels. So iron gear wheels need to be at the end because I'm going to have the most of them. So that's good stuff to know. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to move that to that screen. So, as I mentioned, the first thing I want to sort out is going to be holmium ore. And then we'll section that down. We'll give it a little bit of space so that I have some room to work with when I'm putting this all together. The next thing is going to be processing units, the blue ones. As well as, oh, that was it. Okay. Next, we've got red circuits. Copper cables. I know that there they are. Mostly just wanting to clean this up so that I have a better system for all of this, and that I don't have all of this spaghetti literally everywhere. Let's get all of that cleaned up. Okay. And then next up, we've got, oh, that's what I forgot to do, was low density structures. Low density, there we go. Yeah, low density. There we go. So the holmium ore, low density, processing unit, advanced circuit, copper cable. Steel is next. Then batteries. Stone. Ice. And what I might do is actually push this and bring this down here. So that I have more vertical room to work with. Okay. Let's see. After ice is concrete. Concrete, and then solid fuel. And then finally, iron gear wheels, which too many of those damn things. So that is our spread from least amount to most amount. That's basically the order of percentage that we're going to get for that. And then what I want to do is I actually want to feed this all the way back here so that if I miss anything, it feeds back into the main line and continues on. And will stop this up if I have too much, which I'm fine with. So, oh God, there's just so much crap here. Let's clean all this up. All right, so the biggest thing that I need to be making let's get rid of all of this. That's just so much stuff. Okay. I don't need all of that anymore. Because that was just for making the rocket silo. Biggest thing that I need to be able to do is I need to make rocket fuel, which I'm doing up here. Rocket fuel is just solid fuel and light oil, so that's fine. And there. That'll take care of that. That's a-okay. That is exactly what I needed to do. Very straightforward. That's ice, so that's the next thing that I need to do. And ice is right down here. There we go. And ice is taken care of, so that's two of them. Now, I also need to do, or I need to be creating what is it? Or accumulators. And accumulators are in your not. Why are you not going to tell me? They are batteries and what now? Iron plate. Okay. So one of the things that I need to do is I need to run 2 lines here. I need actual gear wheels, and then I need iron plate. So something like that will be a good start. And in that way, I will be able to run a lot of these gears through here to get the steel or the iron plate that I need. And everybody will be happy. Don't need that. We're already using it for what I need. And we're stuck. How? Oh, I see. And of course, stuck on stupid. It's always something. Oh, shit. We already sent our first one up. Awesome. Shoot it. There you go. Okay. Back to work. Not that button. Okay. And not that either. I don't think I need batteries for anything else. Yes, I do, for supercapacitors. God, this is a mess. You know, it wouldn't be so bad if the recyclers didn't put everything, like, just didn't spit everything out. Because that's the biggest problem with scrap, is scrap becomes a bunch of stuff, not just one thing in particular. So it makes it kind of a pain in the ass to deal with. So, let's come back here. So let's really kind of break this down. I need batteries for superconductors. And accumulators. And I need accumulators and superconductors for electromagnetic science packs. So I think that's going to be where we start off first, is science. So what I need is science. And there. Yes, actually, that'll work out great. There we go. So that'll take care of our two fluids, which is the liquid holmium. Is that what it is? Damn it. But yeah, holmium solution and electrolyte. So now I just need to make those. That's going to be the fun part. So for electrolyte, actually, you know what? Yeah, that should be fine. The other thing, I need to be able to split. I'll be damned. That'll work. Let's actually bring that up a little bit. And what I want, wait, better idea. Do this. There. So that will make sure that we have our productivity. Is that what they are? I can never remember their actual name. Processing units. So blue circuits, processing units, and low density structures will be on the one line that they need to be. And then we've got all of that. So that way we'll be able to build our rockets. That's the important part. I need... You are going to need... capacitors, supercapacitors. Oops. That is that second line. Yep, that'll be good. Perfect. That should get all of them. Actually, I don't need that one. I just need these two here. Because that'll get both of these just fine, and that'll get both of those. Awesome. So, with that out of the way, the next step is I need to actually make it. And that is, let's do the electrolyte. Which... Actually, for electrolyte, what I want is to... All right, thank you for the follow there. What is that, Blins? Much appreciated. What am I looking for specifically? Because I need to bring in heavy oil, which is down here, but I can get heavy oil from anywhere. I can even get it from up north. So I don't need that. Problem comes from here's what we're going to do. We're going to take all of this and we're going to mirror it. Yes. And in that way, I can put this out here like so. I can then yeah, that'll work. Because I want to make sure that I'm going to have enough fluid coming in, or that I'm able to make enough fluid. But one of these probably isn't going to be enough. So I will most likely need to add a couple more. So if I do that, there we go. And then I can this. And we'll do that again. There we go. Now, the problem that I'm going to run into at some point in time is going to be a power-related issue. Because of the fact that I don't have passive power generation, like nuclear reactor or steam or anything like that, I am... Oh, but I do. Maybe. Not those. Oh! I could do that. Okay. Duh. Cruz, you are so smart. Oh, God. I'm back. Alright, so I don't necessarily have to rely specifically or solely on words. I don't have to rely specifically on the lightning. Because I could go ahead and do steam power over here fairly easily because of the fact that I have ice to make water, which I can then use the water to become steam. Like, it wouldn't be an amazing amount of power, but it would be better than what we currently have. Until like there's an actual lightning storm, and then, it's good to go. No, I do my own artwork. Thank you very much. Let's see. That's the other part of the problem, is that I don't have enough holmium fluid or liquid holmium. So I need to fix that down here. Stuck on steel like usual. Okay. So what I need... Let's just make a whole bunch of those. And then let's grab some stone. I think I have some down here. Oh no, my last one. Oops. Do I have? Yeah, there's a little bit of scrap here. And then I need grab some of those. Where's my stone? Don't need that blueprint. Let's roll back on up here. So what I am looking at is I could also need, give me those and some of those. So I need, I already have a bunch made, moron. I am always doing that to myself. Oh, hey, I should totally, like, grab this item that I already have a ton made of. But I should grab it from the location that I try and build from, because I are smart. And perfect. There we go. Next up, I need, is it 2 per? Two per burner? So I can use rocket fuel for these. Oh, that's going to be fun. And the nice thing is that I basically am almost always going to have power. Where do I have? There it is. And now I just need to bring up some water. Bring over a couple this way. Bring up here. Connect. And now we have some additional power generation. It's not a ton, but it's a start. In fact, if I really, really wanted to, I just grab that. Oh. And then I just need one more. There. Excellent. And the nice thing is that we're also still protected against lightning. So really what this is going to do is help offset the power generation from the lightning. So when we don't have any lightning storms happening that are generating the gigawatts of power, then excuse me, then we'll have this little setup here to offset that and take care of the rest. And this will go a long way towards just making sure that we have additional power throughout the day and that we're not running out immediately, since we have all these accumulators as well. The only thing is that I need to make sure that I am continuing to garner as much power as possible through... What else can I use steel for? Because that's going to be my biggest issue, is I just need to be able to have a ton of steel usage. Otherwise, it's just going to get used up. Have scrap on me. Oh yeah, I do. There. It'll take it out faster than it puts it in. That's the important part. Do the same for... Because I really don't need... I don't need the copper wire. I think that's the biggest problem, is that I'm not really needing all of the parts that are coming out of this. I could theoretically toss them up to the ship if I really, really wanted to, but it's just not much need. Power-wise, that's working the way that it's supposed to. That's working the way that it's supposed to. We are generating quite a bit. Can I actually put... I can. So I could do that. Oh, and anyway, I am going to take a quick tea break. I'm also going to go grab a snack because I'm a wee bit peckish. And then when I get back, we'll continue work on our updated version of this mess, hopefully. So I shall be back in just a minute. There we go. Tea has been retrieved. This is actually flowing the way that it's supposed to. For now. Knowing my luck, of course, that will change. And I have half of what I need for that. Okay. So that's my electrolyte solution. Oh. Okay, yeah. This is where I want to do something like that. And then I can just, I'll bring that out. I don't know if it'll actually go there, but that's okay because I can just import heavy oil from off the side of the island. It'll be fine. And then finally, that takes care of that fluid. I think what I'll do is get rid of that. And then take because I need to put in, I can move that, that'll be fine. Because the next thing I need is I need oh no, not that. I could do it with this, I think. This is where things get interesting. Wait, no, not those. It's in that. Yep. Okay, so I need stone, water, and holmium ore. So let's come up here. So I can do that. God damn. There we go. And then where do I have water at anyway? Over here. There. If that doesn't work, I'll just have to reroute the pipes a little bit, but that should be mostly fine. Oh, I see. Yeah, I will have to reroute the pipes a little bit. But again, that'll be fine. In fact, I could probably just bring the water down and across from here instead. So let's do that. Oops. because I've got the water. Yep. We'll do that. And that'll take care of water. And then I've just got there. Stone and chromium ore. Now bring this up there like so. Actually, you know what? I don't think I need all 4 for those. I should be fine as is. And then we'll just throw a pump there. And that should be like that. And there. So that should go ahead and connect up everything I need. Am I actually... Oh, I haven't connected up this stuff yet. Go. That should be all of that. So let's go ahead and take our stone and our chromium ore. And here we go. That's actually not what I want. That's what I want. There. That way I will be able to have both working correctly into this. Bring this over like so. Oh no, I can't do it right there. I can't do it right there because I need to be able to bring parts over. But I can do that. There we go. And that will be stone and ore. And then I need to bring now for science. Oh, this is where it starts getting complicated. So for science, I need accumulators, supercapacitors. I'm making supercapacitors here, which need batteries. So we can bring the batteries up like that. But I also need accumulators. could... Let's see, I should be able to do it like that. And then yeah, because then that will lead to the ship. Finally, there. Oh. So that'll be all the science stuffs, at least theoretically. All right, and then I still need to bring accumulators up. So let's do this, and we're going to give each one its own production line. Let's do like kind of have to do it like this. And again, make these the extended ones. And then these are accumulators, which need steel plate and battery. I need those need batteries. So that'll take care of the batteries, and then I need why must you be this complicated and convoluted? So I need steel plates. All right, let's just take all of this out for now. I need rid of you. Okay. Just do it like this, one piece at a time. I could almost actually bring these closer. I absolutely could actually bring these closer. But you... There, that lines those all up. There we are. Middle, you're close enough. There. swap you out to that, and then batteries. There. Now, superconductors are going to require batteries, electrolytes, which I already have the electrolytes set up, holmium plate, and superconductors. Now, I do have, let's see, I want to do that actually. We'll come up here like this. Don't know exactly how many I need, but it won't matter. There. And then I need copper plate, plastic, and holmium plates. Well, I can get the copper plate from where do I have my red circuits? Up there. Okay, yeah. So refining the copper wire gets me the copper plate that I need. Which, okay. So I need, right now we'll just do that. All right, that will be are. You need to be copper plate. You need to be plastic. You need to be that. There we go. Oops. Now, part of the issue that I'm running into is I need this line here. No, that's not one. This line. Because half of this needs to be. What do I need? How do I make that? Because I know it's not jelly. I know it's not made normally. It's made in there with holmium fluid. So, okay, so that's actually fine. I don't need a second line like I thought I would. So I could instead, let's get rid of this and let's grab these instead. Make you like that. And then bring this around like so. Let's actually come down to here. Like that. Yeah, there. And then that should make sure that I have all of the stuff for that. I just need to set up the recyclers for these guys. And for that, I need copper wire. How much copper wire do I get? I don't think I get a whole lot of copper wire. So what I can do there is I need to bring up red circuits. Let's grab our recyclers. There. And then what I want to do is let's see. It's going to be the red circuits. What I need to do is bring up so that gets me the green circuits. Plastic. Okay. So let's break off green circuits here because I will need them for other stuff, specifically for accumulators. No, I know I need them for something else, but we'll just, for right now, we'll just split them off. Which then leaves the red circuits and I don't need that much, but ooh, this is what we'll do, right? There we go. And there. That should then get us our copper plates. And what we'll be left with is oops. There. What we'll be left with are plastic bars and copper plates, which subsequently is what we need for this. Excellent. And then we just have to figure out what to do with the green circuits. Okay, now I need to put batteries and steel plate together. So steel plate is going to be down here. Batteries needs to come from over here. In fact, I do there we go. I don't need it to be that severe. Okay. That should be iron plate and batteries off the gear wheels for accumulators. That's what I'll do with my green circuits. There we go. All right, and then batteries will actually need to be split. There. And this up here like so. Okay, that takes care of green circuits and batteries. And then I just need more of these guys. Wrong way. There we go. There we are. And then you get to be like that. I love smart inserters. It's probably one of my favorite mods. Like, as far as mods go, that one definitely ranks up there. Okay. Oh yeah, helps if that's connected. And then So that should hopefully utilize just about everything, with the exception of that. Seems counterintuitive, but hopefully we can run some extra copper wire in here just to make up the difference. I don't think we'll need to, but and then that. Okay, so and then I just need there. Oops, if that will be, God, I hope that's everything, because this is going to be a mess to copy over. And then the only other thing that does is it leaves concrete and my steel plate. And yeah, everything else winds up getting used somehow. So for that, I will probably we'll just have to kind of figure out something for both of these. But I think that's everything else. Yeah, that should be it. I don't need all that. Don't need all of you. Okay, so before I do all that, I need to first of all empty this out and change these. This is where it's going to get entertaining. I have enough for another one. No, I do not. Steel. Now I have enough for 2 more. Because unfortunately what's about to happen is I'm going to be filling up my inventory like mad. But I'm hopeful that this will be fairly sufficient for handling our science. Hopeful. Okay. So, that is... Where is our... Oh, you're still in orbit. Cool. All right. Let's start by... Oops. Gotta make sure I don't... Oops. This is going to be so painful going through and trying to get all of this stuff taken care of. So what I might do is let's put Just that. All in there. Let's grab my bots. Scrap. There we go. Make sure we're good there. God. This is going to be painful. Actually, you know what? Let's dump my bots as well. So that way, all I have to do is come over here and just drop all that crap in there. I will worry about all of that later. This will be really nice when I get it all redone. Go away, floating text. I could probably turn that off, actually. Probably should turn that off. Settings. Airbase. Oh. Well. Where is that? Blah, blah. Huh. Okay, cool. Oh, no. Resume. Actually, you know what? Save game. Resume. Just get all the inserters. So much stuff. Thank God I've got these, like, storehouses. Sometimes mods are absolutely necessary for what they allow us to do. Oops. Oh yeah, plenty of space left. Jesus. How many did I have in? Okay, good. I was about to be like, oh God, how many more did I have left? No, we're fine. What's really nice is I don't need all of this anymore. So I have my rocket built. Oh yeah, inserters. God, this is an absolute mess. And I believe all of that is still the same. just so much here. And you. This is really the hardest part, is cleaning up all this crap. And then being able to, like, move it all. That's the other thing I'm missing, is the stuff. That's all right. Because I will most likely set up a new spot for that. So many accumulators. That's the other thing. Just all the parts. What are we doing? Oh, we still got some space there. I am hopeful that this new design will actually work the way that I want. We'll find out. Such a waste, but sometimes you gotta waste a few eggs to make an omelet. Or something like that. Clear this out. Yay. All the clearance. Rid of that. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Get rid of that. I think. Yeah, because that's all my stuff. That's fine. Believe that is all the important stuff. Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do is grab all of this. Damn. Might have to make some alterations. Yeah, because this... damn it. That's okay. Plus, this is in the way. There they are. So much shit here. Just so much crap. It's ridiculous. There we go. Alright. Let's get All right, so that puts all of you back in place-ish. The only one that's going to be a problem is that I've got that is oh, I see. Okay. I see what that is. That is me making the okay. Simple fix-ish. Okay. What I need to do instead is that. Yeah. And then what I can do is let's clean this up a little bit real quick. Here. There. Because that is, these are the ones that are actually making electrolyte. So that'll go into here. Okay, yeah, that'll work. That will work. There we go. So we'll get rid of this, that, and then there we go. And then I just need to bring over. Yeah, I just need to do an offshore pump for over here, and we should be good. Okay. So I need, first of all, I need my bots. Pipes. Belts. Strong boxes. Offshore pump. Grab lightning rods, accumulators. Okay. Now I need all the rest of my crap. Cyclers. Pipes. Accumulators. Radar, accumulators, storage tanks. I think that's everything here. Get those. And then, yeah. This will be fun to get all of it up and running. We need a lot more recyclers, that's for certain. Okay. And make sure. So I need pumps. Where do I have? Nope, pumps are over here. I need steel plate and engine units. If only I had some steel plate and some engine units. I need 7 those guys, the electromagnetic plant, as well as 15 recyclers. Steel plate, iron gear, concrete, blue circuits. And some of those. All right. And we'll get to see if this actually works here in just a few. All right, that's going. And the last little bit is let's run down here to where I am actually making these guys. Make that. Make me some of these. Oh, god damn. God, I feel so sore today. Oh, you're fine on steel. So much ice. Okay. Let's actually drop that, and I will be right back. I don't know what it is about the bathroom that always makes me remember something. But I just remembered what it is that is missing from my setup. What are you missing? Specifically, what are you... Okay. But after I sort of renegotiated where everything is at, I forgot to plug back in my Xbox controller and its charging stand, which my sister and I were trying to figure out what this extra doohickey, this extra AC adapter here is for. It turns out that that's what it's for. I had forgotten about that entirely. So I get to re-plug that in. A little bit more. 150 for each one. Jesus. There. We'll just make them directly. How are you doing on ice? Oh, ice still. You just need concrete. Which, there it is. And I need that's right. I was just straight up making the sticks. There we are. Let's see about store housing that. There. And swap you out for. There we go. That should. Not that it really matters in the long run. But that'll at least get things moving down here. Honestly, this is a mostly, like, this was my starter base, if you will. This was just to make sure that I get the ball rolling. And we'll let that do its thing. Then up here is more of the actual base, specifically for the production of, well, everything. Ooh, I think that's everything that I needed, too. Yeah. So let's make sure. Where are we not getting anything from? Not getting any ore. Because you're all clogged up. Because you're in the way. Okay, there we go. And again, this is set up specifically so that it is in the order of least likely to get to highest percentage to get. As evidenced by the fact that we have already filled up what we need for this. So I think what I'll do here is we'll actually yeah, that'll be fine. There. Oh, wait. Nope, that's not going to work. Just realized. However, if I do that, and then do that, that'll work. And you just need there. Don't need that. Well, let's take those. These are the good ones too, so all right. Now I was going to do the offshore pump. Part of the problem is location, of which it's hard to find a decent one. So what I need to do is do it like this. There. Oh shit, I forgot to bring stone up. No. That's okay. I can fix this. Like that. There. There we go. Okay. Now we've got that flowing. What's next? What's causing our next power? That is all of the blue circuits. Which again, causing commotion. Come on, no, while swimming in the ocean, causing a commotion. Let's do filter blue There we go. Then got our concrete there. Okay, there we go. And it's not perfect, but it seems to be working. Now what? No, I'll just leave it as is. Of course. Filter. There. That way we can keep everything rolling the way that it's supposed to. There we go. And eventually, here we go. Here's a conundrum that I didn't think was going to happen. Running into a situation where I had too many of the low density structures. All right, there we go. This is working out a lot better than our previous version. We might be a little overzealous on our production rates, but at the end of the day, it does seem to all be working. Power's good. I'll be damned. It is all working. Now, am I getting any science out of it is the question. There we go. That's what I was looking for. So part of the problem is that I'm not really getting enough of the Homian ore to be viable, especially when that backs up. Jesus. Let's filter that with the old-fashioned battery. That running. Okay. There we go. It ain't perfect. It's very definitely not perfect, but it does seem to be working well enough. Again, I am going to need to do something about overflow. But other than that, so are we making any? Nope, because I'm waiting on that. They're all connected. They're all connected. Wait, why am I sending? Oh, I know why. I know why. I need to not do that. I need... I know how to fix this. What I do is I take this and we do right, we do left as this through. There we go. That way, that'll keep the ore that we need from going where it doesn't need to go. And we can actually start getting some liquid Homian, which I need for pretty much everything. But it's one of the rarest of the elements, so to speak. There we go. Now I believe I have a whole bunch in here. I do. So what we're going to do is we're going to put down a little itty bitty guy there. We're going to Put down that guy there. And then we drop all of that in there. And we just let it go to work. And cool. Awesome. It's slow, but it'll work. I think, though, that on that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up for today. This has been a hell of a redesign. There's still a little bit more work that needs to be done. I still need to go through and figure out what to do with the concrete and steel plate, plus any excess stuff that we wind up getting. You know, I need to figure out a way to kind of overcome that. Hey, look at that. We've got, oh, that's going to be nice. Now we've got a little bit of a stockpile here, and that makes me happy. Stone is going to be the next thing, which I believe I have a bunch of extra stone, too. Where is stone at? Down here. Which means I can do that, drop you in there, and now I have plenty of extra stone. There we go. So I guess what I could wind up doing with the extra concrete and steel plate is doing rail stuff. And then, of course, I just need... Yeah, I just need to make refined concrete with it. Anyway, so yeah. So that'll be what we work on probably tomorrow, if I don't work on it overnight. And just trying to get everything in a better spot. See if we can start churning through more scrap as well, because, yeah, reasons. Do I have my rocket fuel all? Okay. It's being distributed the way that it's supposed to. Everybody's happy up here. How are we doing here? And I still have... Awesome. So it's working. it's definitely doing a thing. That's the important part. Anyway, that's going to be it for today. Oh, yeah. We're going to wrap this up. Anyway, that's it for today. As always, thank you all for joining me on these misadventures. So glad to have you guys along for the ride. You all have a wonderful day. Stay out of trouble. And remember, if you get caught, I don't know you. I will catch you guys tomorrow.